There's another £25 up for grabs on the Starting 11 app for Game Week 19's Boxing Day fixtures. Enter the FPL Tips Mini League and select a team of 11 players from Wednesday's 9 matches. As always, it's completely free to enter and the league is public and open to all via the Browse Games menu. Or alternatively, you can enter using the code on screen now. Liverpool maintain their place at the top of the table with a 2-0 away win over Wolves in Game Week 18, seeing low returns for Rui Patricio and Matt Doherty, although the right wing-back was lively in attack once again, producing 2 efforts on target and 2 attempted assists. The nightmare transfer of Huddersfield's Chris Lewer continues to disappoint, after he was withdrawn at half-time against Southampton, conceding twice and picking up a yellow card for a grand total score of -1. But there were returns from Robertson, who of course kept a clean sheet, and Kolasinac, who provided an assist against Burnley. There were plenty of returns across the midfield, all except for captain Eden Hazard, who struck the crossbar with one of his 4 goal attempts during Leicester's win over Chelsea. The decision to keep hold of Mo Salah over a Man City midfielder paid off handsomely, with the Egyptian playing a hand in both Liverpool goals, while Richarlison and Fraser each provided assists. Alexandre Lacazette created 2 chances against Burnley, setting up Aubameyang's second goal, but it was Harry Kane who stole the headlines up front, with his 2 goals and assists during the 6-2 win over Everton. No player took more than his 8 goal attempts or his 5 shots inside the box during the game week. So a score of 59 points wasn't too bad, considering the captain fail, enough for a small green arrow from 17k to 15k, as we move swiftly on to Boxing Day's fixtures. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's appointment has seen a resurgence at Manchester United, with the side scoring 5 goals in a league game for the first time since Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge. And as a result, Lingard, Martial, Rashford and Pogba are 4 of the fastest rising players ahead of Game Week 19. There's a case to be made for each of them, and Pogba may well be the most secure of a starting place. But Anthony Martial has scored 8 goals in his last 8 league starts now, and since Game Week 8, only Aubameyang, Sigurdsson, Kane and Salah have taken more than Martial's tally of 13 shots on target. Ryan Fraser will sadly be the man to leave, with Bournemouth's fixtures getting even tougher over the next few matches. They face away trips to Spurs, Man United and Everton over the next 4 matches. It's an away trip to Fulham for Rui Patricio in Game Week 19, and no team have scored fewer than their total of 2 goals in the last 4 game weeks, matched by only Huddersfield and Leicester. Wolves have conceded 4 goals during the same period. Only Spurs, Newcastle and Liverpool have shipped fewer. Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes into the back 4, as Crystal Palace host a Cardiff side that have only scored 5 times in their last 6 away matches. Only Everton, Burnley and Fulham have done worse. Liverpool have kept clean sheets in 6 of their 8 home games this season, and it's Newcastle who travel to Anfield midweek. Sead Kolasinac, meanwhile, has created 3 goals from 13 attempted assists across his last 5 league appearances. No one has taken more than Richarlison's 11 shots inside the box over the last 4 game weeks, but the Brazilian has only hit the target twice, scoring on both occasions. Burnley host Everton midweek, having conceded 7 goals across their last 4 matches. Only 3 teams have shipped more during that period. Anthony Martial comes in ahead of a home fixture against Huddersfield, a side that have conceded 13 big chances during the last 4 game weeks. No team have allowed opponents more. Man United produced more efforts on target than any other side during Game Week 18, following Solskjaer's appointment as manager. Mo Salah has now been directly involved in 17 league goals this season, producing 4 goals and 2 assists across the last 4 game weeks. Despite keeping back-to-back clean sheets against Huddersfield and Fulham, Newcastle have conceded 11 goals in 5 matches against the top 6 this season, an average of 2.2 per game. Eden Hazard was unfortunate not to find the back of the net against Leicester last weekend, and no player has provided more than his 9 assists this season. Over the last 4 game weeks, only Maddison and Snodgrass have provided more attempted assists than the Belgian. Chelsea travel to Watford in Game Week 19, a side that have conceded 9 goals in their last 4 games against the top 6. As tempting as it is to sell Alexandre Lacazette, the fact that the Frenchman has had his minutes managed since returning from injury should mean that he's fresh midweek, while his strike partner Aubameyang played 270 minutes of football over 3 games last week. Only Liverpool and Spurs have scored more goals than Arsenal in the last 6 game weeks, and their opponents Brighton will be without key defender Lewis Dunk, who misses out through suspension. Harry Kane completes the team ahead of Bournemouth's trip to Wembley. The Spurs forward has been directly involved in 10 goals across the last 8 game weeks, and no player has produced more shots inside the box or on target during that period, while only Chicharito has been involved in more big chances. With favourable home fixtures for both Spurs and Liverpool, it's a close call between Kane and Salah for captaincy. However, after fielding a full-strength side against Everton on Sunday, Pochettino may be tempted to rotate his squad and bring in the likes of Lamela and Lucas Moura for the meeting with Bournemouth. The big question mark will be whether Christian Eriksen plays or not, with the majority of Kane's goals this season coming when the Denmark international has been on the pitch. With all that uncertainty, it's Mo Salah who's likely to take the armband. Liverpool's kind of schedule affords them slightly more rest days than the other Premier League sides, which could be a key factor over this busy period. Daily fantasy football mini-leagues are now available on Starting 11. Join a public mini-league or compete privately against your friends. Download the Starting 11 app now and enter free-to-play or cash contests.